Okay, so welcome to the FRUK Rugby preview of Dax versus Van. Yes, we are up to round 6 in Pro Day 2, and as we've tried to do most weeks, we are going to do a preview of the game being shown with our friends over on FRUK Rugby on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, for free in the UK and Ireland, and live 8 p.m. Thursday evening. What a brilliant time to start your weekend of rugby. Thursday evening, come home from work, get stuck into some rugby. And some top quality rugby, because Pro Day has been really, really interesting this season, as it always is. Dax, this is the first time we're going to see them on FRUK. We saw Van in the first game of the season away at Breve, that impressive draw. And obviously a lot of guys in the UK and Ireland and worldwide will have seen them in the top 14 last year. But let's have a look at the teams for this game. Van, I think the headline here is Van have sent a very, very strong side. You know, it's the last fixture in this fixture block, so it's after this weekend, everyone in Pro Day is having a bye weekend. They all get a rest, so it makes sense perhaps that they are setting a strong side, knowing that everyone's getting a rest next week. It's a blooming long way from Van down to Dax. It is such I know it's all along the west coast, along the Atlantic, and that side of France is such a long way. That is a hell of a long drive. They are probably driving, so they will have been in the bus kind of yesterday or even Tuesday, but they have sent a really strong side. Not full strength, no Makavanapola, Francis Saili is still missing, couple of others maybe not quite there, but looking at some of those names, they do have some of their key players. Maxime Lafarge was brilliant, well, is their key man last season, and has been for a couple of years now, steering the ship from 10, a lot of kicking, good goal kicker, played almost every game for them in the top 14 last season. Thibaut Dubois has been playing a bit at 10 recently. He's been going really well, but they go back to Maxime Lafarge and Michael Ruru. Brilliant combo last season. Michael Ruru, one of the players alongside Francis Saili, I reckon, who transforms their team. They are a completely different team with Michael Ruru. As good as Mikel Alania is, and he was excellent at Breve, as good as he is off the bench, Michael Ruru makes such a big impact. So they've got their first choice halfbacks there. That's key. They've got Anthony Boutier at 15. Many people remember him from his time with France and Montpellier. Before he was at Montpellier, he was at Van. He's returned this season. He's been in great form. He gives them a second playmaker role. He gives them another big boot. So again, he's a key player for them. He was their big showpiece signing this season, alongside Dave Cherry, who has been brilliant since he joined Van, current starting international Scottish hooker. So the big name, Santiago Medrano, is their first choice tight head. Sione Kalamafone is still going seriously strong at number 8, carrying really hard, scoring tries, blowing my mind that he's still good and seems to be better than ever. In the centres, Pierre Boudon, brother of Paul Boudon, played at Stade a bit last year. Elliot Rudel has come in from Pau. So these guys are guys that have got top 14 pedigree. Simon Ogri, again, another one, playing really well this season. Pedemonte, Argentinian international. So they've got serious quality in that starting lineup. And they've brought in new man Steve Blanc-Mapaz, who played every single Pro Day 2 game a couple of years ago with Grenoble. So a bit of a Pro Day 2 stalwart. He comes in, I think it's his first game since he signed on loan from Lyon. Again, a guy that's played a load of rugby at the top level of Pro Day 2 and in top 14. And Robin Takola, a brilliant young player off the bench. So definitely one to look out for there. So they have gone really strong. Although they might not have quite all of the names that you're expecting to see, they've gone really, really strong. As for Dax, a lot of changes from last week's away defeat at Provence, but very similar side to the one that won in the last minute at home to Oyonnax. Oyonnax, we think, are actually pretty good, so that does represent quite a good result. But Dax are bottom of the league. They are on 0 points, despite having one win, because they got deducted 5 for some financial irregularities. They didn't file their paperwork on time. They didn't prove out their budgets, which it feels harsh, but there it is. It's the way the French league, the LNR, and the financial regulator within French rugby works. What about the names on the team sheet? Well, you guys will, many English viewers and Premiership fans will recognise the name Charlie Matthews, the former Quins man. He was really good at Biarritz last season. He's been going well at Dax this season. Genesis Lamalu, alongside him in the second row, is absolutely blooming enormous. He is so big, carries so hard, tackles so hard, proper big lump. As is Nefis Tagunga, as is David Lolohea, as is Diego Hasferreira off the bench. They are some huge units in that Dax side. So perhaps up front, one of the sides that could keep up with Van's physicality, because Van were quite physical even in the top 14. So they're going to bring their physicality. They've got a lot of physicality in that pack. Van could be one of the few sides that can live with it. When I've seen Van personally, albeit only ever away in a couple of games last season, they were pretty poor at some of the basics. Their line-out was pretty bad. Iban Hiriat Urati is one of their key players. He scored that last-minute try at home for that win over Oyana. They will score. He's one of their main attacking threats as a hooker. The back line doesn't have loads of attacking threat, I don't think. They don't seem to have some of their star players in there. They do have Teo Gatelier, who is their main attacking threat, joint in the backs anyway, joint top try scorer last season. And he'll be the one kind of providing the incision in that attack from 15. Name to look out for on the bench, Jope Nicera, a guy that a couple of years ago we absolutely loved. We dubbed him the new Rapeni Thau. He had a lot of time out of the game last year. He had a bit of issues with alcohol and had had some issues in a bar and got taken into custody, stuff like that. Not all very unsavoury stuff, but on the rugby field, really squat, short, powerful, quick Fijian winger. So really excited to see him play and see more game time of him if he gets on. But as I say, he's on the bench, and they've gone with the two other younger wingers that have gone pretty well at the start of the season. In all honesty, Rich and I have both gone for Van in our predictions because Dax are one of the weaker sides in the league anyway. They are bottom of the league. Van have sent a very strong side. That is a really strong side. That is nearly top 14 level, and Dax are languishing at the bottom of Pro Day. If you look at their results during 2025, they've picked up very, very few wins. So this is a tall order, despite the fact they have some big lumps in that pack that could cause a few issues. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Share this with your mates so that they're clued up for that FRUK game. Of course, watch it on FRUK live, 8 p.m. Thursday if you can. You can watch it on catch up as well, and you should probably watch this, share it with your mates if they're interested in that as well. But thanks for watching this. Get in touch in the comments. Cheers.